Yeah.
Yep, we're in a new video.
Easy setup.
New video. So he's going to have to join the new video.
Okay.
Don't know
There's another
why,
video?
but it ended my previous video. So he's going to have to join the new video.
I think we voted.
Alright, I'll stop saying the word video now.
You just did it again.
Okay, so your other one is still recording. Oh, this one as well.
Yes, this one is recording because it cut off my other video. Because I went back to my YouTube and it said that the other video had stopped. So.
Okay, that's a good thing. So inform out there.
Inform me what?
Okay, you here. That's okay. That's a good thing.
All right. So here's the. Where did you stop hearing me? Because I had no idea.
Well, the part that we got into the room before the room, so we were on the platform you were, and then you started to get mega lag attack.
Yeah, my internet disconnected. I don't know why, but anyway. You got into the throne room, if I got that far.
Yes. Then mega lag attack.
Okay.
That's something that's so wonderfully off your tongue. Mega lag attack.
That sounds like the new Decepticon.
Either way, basically there was a genie in the room. I don't know if you heard that part or not.
Yeah.
And he started saying, like, well, you could go back to your home plane. And he also said that that guy dying isn't going to be a problem soon, he said, mysteriously.
Since he is chaotic good, it could mean he will be back alive.
Either way, he said that that wasn't going to be a problem. And he said, you guys could go back to your home plane, or you guys could have a feast. And Alatar basically answered for everybody, got you into the feast situation. He magically threw you guys across the room into chairs, and he summoned a table in the middle of the room magically, and summoned a tablecloth from the ceiling theatrically, and shoved you guys into the middle of the room again with magic, and he started a feast, which the corpse is also a part of, apparently. And he summoned a bunch of the bird-like creatures into the room to also partake in the feast. And you guys are now currently feasting with this Jin. Also the only other really funny part was that the corpse of your companion is being controlled via wind magic to look like he is eating food and whatnot.
Yeah, just imagine Kermit the Frog going like, "Yay!"
Basically.
So he's dead like 100%. We can't revive him.
No, he's coming back somehow.
Oh, he's dead. He's dead, but
this is a slat we're
you didn't have a spell. You didn't have a spell to revive him. I looked at your spell list. So he's dead at the moment. Nothing else to say, I guess, about that.
Yeah, but we do need to remember, he is a slat, and we fought a dead slat, so perhaps he might be coming back.
I agree that he's probably crazy. Sorry.
All right.
Crazy
I'm crazy, but I do know one thing. I know how to blow stuff up.
All right. The Jin looks to you, Lily, and since the rest of the conversation seemed to be happening, I'll say that if you wish to view the rest of the conversation, you can just rewatch the video. But he looks to you and he says, so what do you wish?
What are you
Any food?
I thought you liked to be free stuff and whatever.
You wish to have any food? We're at a feast.
That's not a wish, it's a request.
We're having
Sorry,
a lot of echo on this side, so
Yeah.
maybe one of
Hold on.
you.
There. Maybe you won't echo this time.
I want food, it's a request. That's not a wish.
Okay. What kind of food?
Delicious food.
All the food you can have is already on the table. Your favorite food.
Yeah, he summons it in front of you. Your character's most favorite dish.
Delicious.
All right.
How
So
is
that
she
is
gonna
there.
eat it?
Yeah, is she gonna eat it?
I eat.
All right.
Yeah, but how is the question? Is she just digging her face right into it?
Oh yes. Oh yes.
All right. So he jovially laughs as he watches this happen.
Okay.
Yeah, he's basically imagine the genie from Aladdin if he was just a bit more Arabic in appearance, and he has a deeper voice, I guess. Basically, that's who he is.
Oh, I found a nice little image. Let me just throw that in the Facebook book group. Maybe you...
Fair enough. I'll have a look at it. Oh, it's loading.
It should be the right one. Otherwise, what the hell?
Oh, yes, this is what he looks like. This is the book from, or the picture from the book. I'll throw it up on the screen. So. Except the lamp isn't present.
Yeah,
in
he
the
doesn't
room.
have a lamp. This is a lampless genie.
Yeah. So, it's thrown up on the screen for everybody. So he has a big beard, sultan-like clothing. He doesn't have a weapon on him at the moment, at least. But everything else is pretty accurate to what he looks like.
Yeah, I bet he can summon a billion within just a finger snap.
Yeah. He could, but he's not in that mood at the moment, at least.
Yeah.
So, he goes to Lily. So, do you have any other desires for the moment?
For the moment, I need a better battle axe and a better relationship with my god.
Well,
Did he lag?
I guess he...
Okay.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna message him in every platform that he can reach.
I think he's aware.
It's better to be safe than sorry, right?
Hello?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Am I
Oh.
back?
Amor.
You're getting a tiny bit back, but still very laggy.
Can you speak again?
Disconnect.
Can I see that?
Yeah, you're still lagging.
Yeah, a lot. Oh, I think you're back to normal.
Oh, there's something. Am I back?
There.
I think
Yes,
Normal.
you're back.
Oh my god.
I think it's
You,
getting
you
refrigerated.
seem to be back.
Right.
Yes, you're back.
Check the info on it.
Mommy.
I keep doing.
Doesn't say.
Mama.
Hmm?
Me.
This is for showers.
Mine.
That's not yours. You can hold this,
Abby.
please.
Please.
Mano.
No, Matt, not working.
Mama.
What? Can anybody hear me?
Yes,
Now
now
I
I
hear
hear you.
you.
Okay.
No,
What
I
say
think
to
it's
you?
in
I don't know if you've heard
box.
any of it.
Not a box.
I don't think
Was-
we can.
Didn't hear any of
that-
it, no.
Okay, what I was saying is I just kept renewing the address, and that's what was fixing it. But apparently you didn't hear that, so it didn't fix it then.
Yeah.
Seems like my IP address is screwing up or something. Possibly. Or maybe
Seems
something's
like it.
going wrong with the internet. But either way, I tried to tell you what the Jin was doing again, but then you guys were like, no, it's still bad. So I was like, okay, I'll try something different. So
It's outside our head, so we can't really do anything about it.
yeah, I know.
You see
But
that?
anyway, the Jin summoned a great axe into Lily's hand. That's what happened.
Oh, it gave me a great axe? What kind
Yes.
of great axe?
Better than average?
Well, it's a great weapon, so it might be better than a battle axe or whatever you had before.
Yeah, but I have a shield.
Oh,
That's why
fake.
it's a battle axe.
This is a genie.
Yes,
It's
for a
taking
better
your
axe.
wishes very literally.
Yeah.
I already have
So-
the battle axe at +2.
So Asa just goes into heel deep thinking, goes like, should I push my luck or do I push it?
Where's the,
Anyway, your other wish
Is he
was
sleeping?
to your other wish
Just let these sleep in, okay?
was to get closer
Like,
to your
very
god.
tired.
Oh
So
god.
Okay.
he says, "Are you sure you wish
Is Puppy
for
on
this
TV?
wish to be granted?"
Do you remember?
Emotionally!
Is it
Emotionally
okay?
closer to God, not physically!
He goes,
Wrong.
okay, that was priceless.
The flies is cute and adorable.
Yeah, she was just like,
This is a trash can, okay?
Yeah.
Trash will stay in there, okay? Here, put
that
it back
was
in.
awesome.
That's trash.
Okay,
Okay, basura.
so,
Okay. It's empty. It's trash.
he wishes, or he goes, okay, fine. He snaps his fingers, and suddenly you just feel like you can't do anything except worship your god. Because you're just so
Okay.
into it. You're so into it.
I am worshiping my god joyfully.
Yes, you're just like, praise you, Jesus, sort of.
Mommy?
Pelor. Or not Pelor, I mean Cena. Senna.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that chick.
You're just so into it. You're just clapping, dancing, doing everything.
So
The
awesome
whole
watches
nine
it.
yards.
So awesome watches it goes like, maybe. No, maybe tune it down a little. Yeah, yeah. Just tune it down a little bit.
She can't help herself.
She's
She
going
wished
to
for
town.
this.
Yes,
She
but-
wished for this. She
Yeah, but-
wants this.
Alison asked G to tune it down for on the thing of Lily just a little bit.
He glares at you angrily. You want to ruin her fun?
No.
She just sounds so defeated. You're like, no.
That's the impression I did want to give. Like, no. He just doesn't want to get burned right there at the spot.
And he goes, well, then she will continue for the rest of the night.
That's good.
And he sort of looks at Lily. He is attempting to read your mind to see if you're okay with this. Are you okay with this? Genuinely.
Not excited about being forced to do it, but excited about talking to Senna.
Alright. He goes, okay, I guess I'll tone it down a little. And now you're able to control yourself. But you feel just like you could just proselytize to anybody at this second and be super into it.
Okay. I'll just start eating again.
Alright, fair enough. And he goes, alright, fair. He starts looking around the table, and he looks at some of his followers that are in the room, and he just goes, and some of them start seeming happier than they were before. Seems like he's a benevolent god of sorts.
Yeah.
Just sort of granting wishes, that sort of thing. Things that you know that genies just can't automatically do without using too much of their power, but he seems to be going the minimal amount, at least, to try to help whenever he can. Because there are certain wishes that he has to use his wish ability to use, which would require more energy, such as reviving a dead companion or changing the world, that sort of thing. But for now, he's just having fun, trinkets, whatnot, that sort of thing. And an hour after, on his part at least, he sort of leans back after the plates are at least half empty or everybody's eaten as much as they wanted, including the corpse. The corpse is sort of bloated with food stuffed into it. Sort of like a morbid balloon of sorts. He sort of leans back and he goes, so, your companion. That one. And he points to the corpse balloon. And he goes, you guys really didn't know, huh?
We didn't know what.
Yeah, did know what?
How do I explain this? So for Lily's sake, were you there when Goroth said that he was going to take a yellow potion?
Yes, he was.
Mommy.
Okay.
We're
So
just
when
before.
he goes in to explain, didn't know that he took a potion before he died.
No, because we couldn't really see that because he was inside a big flying fish thing.
He sort of glances off into the distance and he goes, oh yeah, that's when that happened, though. Of course you didn't know. He sort of glances off to the side and he says, well, he drank a potion. If he died within an hour of drinking the potion, he would be revived at the end of the day.
Oh, well, that's a good thing to know.
Okay,
But it's
so
good.
I head over.
Oh,
I head
I'm
over to
sorry.
his corpse and I start like bouncing on him.
Alright. His corpse is getting even more decrepit.
Well, it does. If she starts bouncing on it, it will get empty because it spits out food.
Well, if she bounces on his stomach, then yes.
And she's screaming.
Okay. Fair enough. He goes, yeah, really would have thought he would have told you something that important.
I'm smarter than him. He doesn't tell us things.
Oh.
It doesn't tell us everything. I mean, I'm not telling. Well, I better shut up before I actually tell it.
You also met me this day, like today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still the same day.
Yeah, and
To
we
be fair.
kind of met him today.
He sort of leans back as if he's thinking deeply, and he goes,
Mama.
oh, well, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Oh, yeah, one piece of tiny bit of advice. Don't start reading my mind. Just don't go too deep.
Oh. Wasn't planning on telling anybody about your naughty fantasies, but
Well,
alright.
let's not go that. That's still on the top. I mean, deep. Cause most people that try that turned out a bit more kooky.
He sort of squints at you a little bit, and he goes, that's not gonna happen.
You sure? Cause most people will say that it's a real crazy place in there.
He snaps his fingers. I just read every memory you ever had. Kind of weird, but you're fine overall.
Well, those are
I think.
memories, but not thoughts. Not the things that go
so
in.
you want me to adapt your train of thought, huh?
No.
And as soon as you start begging him no, he's like, I'm gonna do it.
No.
I'm gonna do it.
No.
I'm gonna do it.
Jibber.
He snaps his fingers and he goes, no change. He just sort of leans back.
So Erson is just sitting in position like, what just happened? I'm scared. Help.
He basically just took some of your memories and used the train of thought used in those memories and put it into his own mind. And he's just like, that was weird, but whatever.
It might be real in a few moments. So Alison is slowly crawling under the table just to be safe.
Arzon is always trying to convince everyone he's crazy without being crazy.
Well, he did blow up the house 20 times.
You get the feeling that whatever is making you the way that you are, he's already that and maybe more.
So Alison is just basically now poking with just his eye
He
over.
just threw you guys across the room to put you in chairs and then threw the chairs back at the table. He's not exactly on the level of sane.
Yeah.
Animating a corpse to make it eat.
Yeah.
Yes, that too.
They might be on the same level, but not on the same playing field.
Oh, he's worse. He
So
goes,
Alison is just basically just poking with his eyes over the table just to be sure that nothing bad will happen to him.
he as soon as you poke your eyes of the
Now you're lagging again.
he snaps his
Yeah, we don't hear this.
bomb in front of the table.
Okay,
We didn't
repeat
hear
all
as
sentence
soon as
because you were
he
lagging.
peeks. As soon as he
Can you hear
peeks
me?
over the table is the last thing we heard.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, it's better?
Yeah.
Yes.
I just did IP config renew. I did
Okay.
fix that. So,
It fixes it.
alright. So, I said that he snapped his fingers and over the table.
We heard over the table, that's it. Should we join again? Let's just check Facebook if he's making a new one.
Hello?
Hello! Is it working?
Hello
now.
again.
Until you start describing something.
Yeah, as soon as I describe something, it goes off.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I was saying was, as soon as you peeked over the table, at your place at the table, like where your plates were and whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
there's a lit bomb on the table, because he snapped his fingers.
So DT springs into action, grabs the ball, and flings it across the room.
And as soon as he flings it across the room, it blows up into confetti.
What? It blows up into confetti.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
we just basically made a confetti bomb.
That sounds like
And,
something my character would do.
Yeah, he goes,
You called that a bomb?
So when he does that, my character yells.
he's just
So
giggling to
Alison-
himself.
Alison crosses his arms, stands up, and looks at the genie and goes like, "You call that a bomb?"
No, that was a confetti bomb.
I can make one 10 times better than that little wimpy thing.
Well, it wasn't meant to hurt you. It was meant to scare you, and guess what? It worked.
You can do better. Oh god, he's frozen in his medical pose. You there again?
You want a bomb? And he
Nope.
he snapped his fingers. He snapped his fingers. And
Yeah, it's not working.
the entire middle of the table is encompassed by a bomb.
We heard you say snap fingers, bomb on tables, and that's about it. Oh, there you go.
Lag again.
Yes. Yes, you are.
No.
Well, we hear you say no now, but you just keep lagging when you start talking for longer periods.
Ah. Okay.
You're back.
This again.
Yeah, we don't hear anything now. This is going great.
We have a gr-
Yes,
well,
you can.
we are at least having some
That's
fun.
not good stuff. Oh, forgot it.
You guys want to talk to my toddler? She doesn't say a lot.
Yeah, me too.
Right. She's almost like a halfling.
She is a halfling.
Yeah, no kidding.
But how many people has she assassinated yet?
What's that?
You're
We
back.
hear Sai.
We heard you say snap his fingers, bombs on tables.
Knows about it.
He snaps his fingers. And a huge bomb that encompasses the entire middle of the table appears.
Also looks at it a bit unimpressed and goes like, did better, but gets close.
The fuse is lit.
Also just walks over to it and just puts it out like, out.
He snaps his fingers, and the bomb disappears, and he says, "Fine. You don't want me to win? I won't win."
Never said you couldn't win. I just said you could do that I had made bigger. That's all. I mean, I did blow up a whole house, a whole street, a whole house block. All by accident.
You're not fun. He sort of glances over to the side.
That was all into making my big friend. Erson says as he points to DT. You know, magic can be real explosive sometimes.
He goes, "Fine, I'm gonna have my own fun." And he snaps his fingers, and 5 bombs appear around DT. I'm gonna blow him up.
No, don't blow him up! He's my friend! We've been friends for so long!
So Erson goes like,
And he
He's
goes,
my friend!
he snaps his fingers in the bombs, and he goes, "It's not the power, it's that I don't have the patience to deal with you." And he gets up from the walking away.
did I do bad?
Yeah, very.
Okay, so Miss...
He he's walking. He's down the side that Lily and Alatar are on, and he grabs both of you by the collar and starts taking you to a different room.
So Ariston just waves to them, bye. But yeah, I have to stop.
Alright, fair enough. Since you'll be out of the room, I can continue for a little bit longer.
Okay, well, see you guys next game.
All right.
Bye.
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 All right. He grabs you two by the collar, and as long as you're willing to go, he'll take you. Which I assume you both are. Unless you can't hear me.
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Okay. So he starts taking you guys to this room. Unless you try to resist. Which I assume
Okay,
is not
no.
the case?
Not at all.
Okay. Okay.
No.
He just starts dragging and switches Lily's call hand, and he grabs the corpse and starts dragging him along with him.
Oh shit. Okay.
And you guys next room. And as you guys go into that room, he sets the corpse down on a chair that's in this room. This room is a connected room to the room that you guys are currently in. It's a small doorway. He's actually quite big compared to the doorway. So he sort of just ducks down into the doorway. And he puts you guys in chairs as well. It's a pretty elaborate room compared to the rest of the castle. The rest of the castle was functional. This area seems decorative. And, he sits an elaborate chair behind him. And he sits down. There's a desk in front of him. There's like library stacks all over the room. Every wall except for the wall that you came through is books, shelves full of. And he sits down in the chair. So, now that annoyance is out of the way, what do you guys really want?
Well, as a the guy whose corpse is here seemed like a nice guy. Maybe him alive?
He looks over. He's still got a few hours. I'm not wasting power on that.
Why are you so powerful? That's amazing. Are you almost a god?
No. I'm me. Well, this'll be easier. He snaps his fingers, and you basically get a dossier entry on what genies are appearing in your mind. Okay, fair enough. I see the message on my screen.
I'm this Grand Admiral Howler of some kind of Commodore thing.
Well, he seems busy at the moment.
Oh, he is? Okay, I don't want to bother him. He's probably eating.
Not quite, but
I like eating
either
too.
way. You like who? Sorry.
I like eating, consuming food.
I misunderstood you. Your voice is quite elegant. I've never heard quite so beautiful a voice ever.
Other halflings seem to think so too, except Howler. Maybe that's why I like him, because he ignored me.
You liked him because he ignored you.
Yeah, it's a female thing. We do it.
Okay.
Mommy?
All right.
I hate you.
Hey. All right. So, you want to head back to your plane? Well, I would... I would at least like to express that I would like to have you stay the night.
But you need to buy me dinner first!
Not like that. I mean, in the palace.
Yeah, in order for me to stay in your place, you gotta buy me dinner first!
Well, I gave you a feast.
That works! I can stay!
He jovially laughs. Well, seems as though we have a deal then. He motions
Yeah.
to
Alatar.
Do you wish to stay the night?
James, are you staying the night? Yes! Yes.
Okay. So, then he motions over to the corpse, which does nothing for a little while. And he says, "Ah, great input." The corpse sits there awkwardly and its head lists to the side suddenly. And then he goes, "Ah, yes, perfect. Great idea. I will give you this." And he suddenly a big birthday cake just appears in front of just appears in front of Gora, and it's just sitting on a table. And then he goes, "Well, eat up." And then you see the corpse's arms suddenly just controlled to try to eat this birthday cake.
Oh my god.
And he goes, "Yes, perfect. His living self won't dislike this at all." And he starts looking at you two to get a reaction.
Can I dive headfirst towards the cake and start eating the cake too?
Yeah, it's actually a partially vanilla, partially chocolate cake. If you've had one of those, I think they're called marble. At least where I come from.
Freak yeah, marble cake.
Yeah, it's like chocolate mixed in with vanilla.
Yeah.
So it's pretty good. It's got pink frosting and it says happy birthday on the top, and it's like 3 layers. It's like as big as a wedding cake.
Oh heck yeah.
So he looks at your reaction, sees that you're jovial and happy, and he seems happy with that. He sort of glances towards the door, and he says, "I think somebody might be trying to listen in. You know what?" He snaps his fingers, and you hear "Wah!" of Erosan flying away from the door. Because he didn't want him to ruin you guys' fun. "Well, whenever you're ready, I can set up the dining room with some beds if you wish, or I can simply prepare your body. We don't have much."
I want a bed! I want my own bed! I deserve a bed! I deserve a bed.
Okay. So he goes back out to the dining room, and he sees Erosan is laying on the table, like. He goes, and suddenly wind blows, and everyone who's in the room just gets blown out of the room, and the table is blown out of the room as well and vanishes from existence. And he goes, "Here!" And he summons 3 beds in the room. Erosan is now outside the room, so he doesn't even care about Erosan at this point. And he says, "There, beds! And he controls the corpse to walk towards one of the beds. And the corpse just lays down in the bed. So he says, "Whenever you're ready." And he sort of walks out of the room. And he says, "I'll give you some privacy." And he closes the double doors behind him. And you see him turn around before he fully closes the doors. And you see a big pile of people just sitting in the hallway. And he goes, "Hey, I just wanted to honor our guests, okay?" And he shuts the door. You guys are in the room. Erosan is doing whatever Erosan is doing. I'll give him a chance next time if he wants to interact in any way during that sequence. But that's basically probably what's going to happen. He's going to probably want to listen in because he's jealous to see what's happening, and then he's going to get blown away and then blown out of the room. So I'll say that's how it goes. But either way, you three, including the corpse, have the room to yourselves. So it's a really large room, way too big for just you three to be in this room. So, anything you want to do before we end off?
Shouldn't we bring in everybody else and like TT, GT, DL? What's his name? DT.
Any opinion?
Should we bring him in? Is he tired? I'm tired.
No opinion.
I'm dead.
No. Yeah, he's a corpse, so he can't answer.
Okay, so DT comes in.
You can get him to come in. The genie somehow knows of what your request is, even though he's not in the room. And you see the doors open, and you see DT stumble into the room. Doors closed. Erosan is stuck outside the room.
Please, everybody else, I'm cold. Please. What the heck?
You hear grumbling outside, and he says,
Thank you.
and then you hear, and then you hear door, and you see the genie come in, and he says, "To G or everybody in the castle, or
Just everyone on every place of existence.
Yeah, pretty much. I think my character would go to sleep.
What amount of people you in this room?"
Yeah, I don't think we caught what you were saying there. Amount of people
I said I
in
think
this
my
room.
character would just knock
Right,
out.
so he's like, "Oh, a genie, I can't do those." He's on rank and file that is supposed to in, and summoned a few beds for them. Unfortunately, he leaves Erosan out of the room. So unless if you want to convince him to allow Erosan back in the room, then he's not going to allow him.
Yeah, absolutely want him in. Am I lagging?
Oh.
No, I think Matt is.
Okay. Matt died.
So he goes, "Alright. No. My voice funny?
Yes.
Can you hear me at all?
Yeah. It just
Hello?
puts...
Okay, it says my IP renewed. Did it work?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So I just want to get this last part out and then we'll finish.
Okay.
So, he brings Eros-san back in the room. He just sort of throws him onto the floor. Into the room, and then he closes the door. And, he basically missing attention to you. Like, in order for him to know something, he's not omniscient. In order for him to know something, he has to actively try to know it. So, now that he's actively trying to take care of you guys, he'll probably be aware if you want any requests during the night or whatnot. But either way, that will be where we'll end off this session. Sorry about the constant interruptions, but I couldn't do anything about it. We currently have a viewer. Whoever that is, hello, how you doing? Send me a message or
It's me.
comment on the
It's me.
video. Oh, is it you? If it was someone else, I was gonna say comment on the video. Just be like, why not say something to you? But anyway, if it's just you, then hi. Thanks for watching.
See you next time.
Yeah, till next time. No, not quite. But we are still recording, so I'm just gonna cut off the video. One viewer, which is you. So bye.